In this episode, a look at Beth Hart's tribute to Led Zeppelin.
Now, one of the finest sort of blues rock vocalists around these days, one of the finest female blues rock vocalists around these days, is Beth Hart. Now, a lot of her stuff is probably more geared toward the blues side than the rock side, so it was maybe a little bit of a shock for one or two people when this album popped out a couple of years ago. Beth Hart, a tribute to Led Zeppelin. Now, I got a copy of this just before it was released, and initially I was a little underwhelmed with it simply because of the track listing. I thought the track listing was a little bit strange, and some of the tracks that had been missed off and some of the tracks that had been put on it. Now, let's just go through quickly what is on it, because unfortunately for me the writing is big enough on the back for me to be able to see it without the trusty magnifying glass, which once again I've forgotten to get out of the bureau. So what do we got on it? Well, we kick off with a whole lot of, which is probably quite a predictable sort of start. Then we get Kashmir again. You'd expect to see that. You'd expect to see Stairway to Heaven as well, which kicks off side two. But then you get the Crunge, which is not a track that I particularly like. I was rather surprised to see that on there. Then you get Dancing Days and When the Levee Breaks, sort of morphing into each other. Again, maybe not one that you would have expected to see. Black Dog, yes, you would have expected to see that. Then you get No Quarter going into Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, followed by Good Times, Bad Times, and the Rain Song. So, quite a different set of tracks to what you'd expect. I mean, there's quite a few missing there that you'd think that she would be particularly good at. Tracks on like Led Zepp 2 and Led Zepp 3 and stuff, and an interesting choice of songs actually in the end made it a more enjoyable listen in the end, and they did, after you've listened to it a few times, they do sort of work, and you can sort of see why they were chosen. I don't know if she's ever going to do a tribute to anybody else, or whether there's going to be a tribute to Led Zeppelin too, but this, if you can pick it up, very nicely packaged, nice gatefold sleeve as well, and I'm pretty sure it's in coloured vinyl. I think it's orange or green, I can't remember. There you go, orange vinyl. It's a nice little package. It's a nice sort of bluesy female vocals take on Led Zeppelin. Well worth a listen if you can pick it up, as are all of the Beth Hart albums really. I mean, I've not heard a bad one yet. Some of the collaborations with Joe Bonamassa are particularly good as well. So Beth Hart, somebody definitely worth taking a look at. And this album, a tribute to Led Zeppelin, although you may look at the track listing and think track listing's a little bit different to what we'd possibly expect, still cracking album and well worth getting hold of.
Thanks for watching this mini episode. See you again soon.